Trigger warning, mental health and depression. Have you ever been so depressed that you wish that you would just die? Suicidal?
What if I told you that one of the most powerful people in the Bible, Elijah, hit such a low point that he literally begged God to let him die? That's in the Bible. And honestly, it's a story a lot of us skip over.
Hey guys, we're Amy and Joseph, and this is Turning the World, a space for real conversations about faith, doubt, and the stuff that most circles completely avoid. We are here to ask questions, share experiences, and find common ground without judgment. Break walls, build bridges. We're turning the world.
So this story, it probably hits pretty close to home. It's in 1 Kings 19. That's in the first half of your Bible. And Elijah, he's not standing tall right now. He's exhausted, he's depressed, and he is ready to give it up. See, that's a feeling a lot of us know all too well.
Yeah.
See, Elijah had just experienced this massive win. He had rained down fire from heaven. He had victory on the mountain. He had just come out victorious in a contest against 850 fakers. He should have been on top of the world. But one threat from a woman in power, and he crumbled. He runs into the wilderness. He sits under a tree and he says, God, I've had enough. Take my life. That's about as raw and as human as it gets.
Yeah, it's real life. I've actually been there. After the highs, sometimes the crash is even worse. You pour out your whole life and then you feel empty. Burnout, depression, dark fogs, it sometimes sneaks in to all of us, even if it shouldn't.
But here's the part that I love. You see, God doesn't lecture Elijah. He doesn't say, you just need to be stronger. You need to have more faith. Instead, what he does is he sends an angel with food, with water, and he helps Elijah get some rest. God actually meets him in his physical needs first.
Yeah. And then later, after his physical needs were met over and over, there came an earthquake, and then a huge fire, and then a huge storm. But God was not in those things. He was there in a gentle whisper, a quiet little reminder to Elijah, you're not alone. I'm still here. But Elijah, like me in my depression, was expecting something huge to happen all at once and just make us all better. But I'm here to tell you that coming out of depression is not loud. It is a quiet whisper, one tiny little bitty step at a time.
And in this story, God gives Elijah back his purpose. He sends him onward in his mission, and he reminds him that he's not alone, that there are actually thousands of others just like him, and they are still standing. See, that's hope. God reminding us that we're in community.
Yeah, we don't do it alone. So here's where it gets real. When we feel like Elijah, what do we actually do? Because let's be honest, telling someone who's in the pit to just pray and trust and have more faith can feel pretty freaking empty when you're the one in the pit.
Yeah, faith matters, but so do the other steps. Let's be real. What's helped you in these moments? Do you find that rest and basic self-care make a difference? Or is getting there the hardest part? And have you ever been depressed and tried taking tiny steps? Like, just getting out of bed or going for a walk? Did it even help? What was that like?
Sometimes not at first. But also think about, how do you need people to show up for you when you're struggling? And on the flip side of things, how do you try to show up for other people that you notice are struggling? Here's something else. Have people in a church or from your faith encouraged or discouraged you from going to therapy?
It's a great question.
Elijah's story reminds us, and me especially, that depression is not a weakness. It's just a part of being a human being. And God does not ditch us in those moments. He restores us gently and patiently.
So ultimately, here's our question for you. When life feels heavy, where do you find that whisper? What helps you keep going? Is it rest, therapy, community, prayer, music? What do your small steps forward look like? We'd love to hear it in the comments.
Yeah. Tell us what your thoughts are, because this is not just some Facebook group. We are talking about the things that other people normally hide. Break walls, build bridges. We're turning the world. Bye, guys.